So this morning, I decided to park on the road with my hazard lights on, just so that I can go and take out my medical equipment to go and see my patient at 10 City. Hi, morning friends. Today is going to be a ranting video. And this video is going to be about the inconsiderate sheep-like mentality that exists in Trinidad and Tobago. So today, I have a patient to go and see in my office in St. Clair, right? The appointment is 10:30. I don't live far from the office, and I said, all right, I'll leave home about 10, and I could head down to, grab equipments at my secondary business, and I will be off to the office in less than 5 minutes. I got to my business place. That's the secondary one. And lo and behold, all the businesses are blocked by, what can I say, doubles purchasers, patrons. Now, this is a problem I'm having every day, right? I have a print shop. That's the secondary business I was talking about. I have a print shop. And every day, except Monday, because you don't come Monday, there are his customers blocking us off. Now, if you know anything about business, you will know if a person is inconvenienced and they cannot stop, they ain't bother to stop by your business, right? So there's a big panyard with a big parking lot that he can employ for his patrons. But no, he prefer to just block off the whole strip with his customers, so that anybody who come into, any customers come into anybody else, they will have to forget their little venture or come at a different time. Now, apparently it is okay. Apparently it is okay to be inconvenienced when it's your business. It's very okay for everybody to come and park, and I have to wait for a space to park in front of my business. That's okay. But when people are being inconvenienced because I park my car in front of my business on the road to get my medical equipment to go and see my patient, it becomes a problem. The two people who park up blocks right in front of my business, they didn't even come out. They stayed, both their doubles. Nobody moved. You understand? Nobody moved. So as I said this morning, I decided to park on the road, put on my hazard lights, go in my business, and take out my medical equipment. A woman passing in a Hilux shout out when she was passing, "You so inconsiderate!" And this is where we get to the sheep-like mentality in Trinidad and Tobago, because people don't think. You know, sometimes you could see something, and because you don't see the foreground of the story, you only see the background, you don't have enough or sufficient evidence to judge yea or nay, right? But you are seeing that the entire strip is blocked with vehicles, but you're okay with that because you are inconvenienced. You don't care that I am inconvenienced. You don't even know that I have a patient to go see, right? I become the inconsiderate one now because I have to get access to my business place to get my medical equipment to go see my patient. I am the inconsiderate one now. She saw the whole strip was blocked with vehicles. She also saw that I was going into the business place. Must it not mean, if you have brain cells to think, must it not mean that that is my business place and that I was blocked? There is literally nowhere to park. Not even the parking lot, because it is closed at certain hours of the day. I would have to go literally in the opposite direction, drive for about 5 minutes, and then come back up to my business place. Lady, as well as people behind her, proceeded to say, "You're so inconsiderate." I was like, people clearly living in a box. They definitely living in a box, because you could see what is going on. When I was living in Jamaica, I went down to Montego Bay, carried my mother, and it had a Chinese store. It was a restaurant, actually. The man was Chinese, the owner was Chinese. And he was explaining to anybody who's coming in the parking lot, because he had 3 spaces in front of his business, 3 spaces. He was explaining that, listen, you know, when people come, if they don't have a space, they're going to drive off. I'm going to lose a sale. We said, listen, we have no problem with that. We're actually coming in inside to purchase. He said the same thing to another person. And if you hear how the man start to get on. And I was just like, this is totally unacceptable. You don't have a business, so you don't understand. When a person is inconvenienced, you're going to lose a sale. Why should people leave your establishment and you not make the sale when you can, just because they don't have any parking space? So the owner, he had to actually call the police, because the man started getting in the worst way. And I realized Caribbean people are just, so I shouldn't even say Trinidadians, but it is here I am now, so that's why I'm talking about it. But it's like, all you have an inability to think, especially all you who don't have business. You must be able to see and gauge it. Has some players I see, and I don't even have to know the full story, because I see the backstory running out, and I'm saying, nah boy, that don't make sense. You just decide to ball I inconsiderate in front of my own business place. So what should I have done? Drive 5-10 minutes down the road, be late for my appointment with my patient, just so that everybody else could be happy. Wait, I didn't even get the best part. People parking up, patrons parking up by said doubles, man. 1, they didn't move their vehicle, and 2, they balling I inconsiderate. I said, I inconsiderate for being at my business place that you park up in? This is why there is so much unfairness in the Caribbean. This is why people just choose to get up and go and live abroad. Because it's not to say that it don't happen. Now, I lived 4 years in England, and the things I see in here, simple things, as from crossing the street, I see why countries abroad are so strict with the simplest things. It's because of people like this. And you know the sad thing is, you know the saddest part of it, when these same said people go abroad, they know how to conform. Isn't it sad that you can't even be obedient and respectful in your own country, but you could go outside, you could go foreign, all I love to say, and be respectful and adhere to the laws there? You know why? Because all they will get locked up. Here and in the Greater Caribbean, everybody does as they want. They don't care about nobody. And the sheep-like mentality of all they just hear, you just seeing one little play. You're not even watching all the other things are wrong. All you need to be observant in all the environment. If you want to talk and say something, observe the environment and observe the play. I learned that as a child. How is it big people don't even understand to observe the general environment? My 4-year-old knows how to observe a general environment and put 2 and 2 together. But you're telling me big grown people with husbands don't know how to do the same. Get out of the sheep mentality. This is my first actual vlog. See you guys in the next one.